Hey, it's me, Crystal, and today I'm going to show you how to make the Makin Waves crochet bandana. I'm using comfy worsted weight yarn in 3 different colors for this, and I'm also using a size I or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm using my favorite Furls crochet hook for this. Here's a finished one, and I want to show you, you start with color A, and then you go B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. And then we use color A for the border and also for the straps. So you just need 3 colors and label them A, B, and C. And also the written pattern for this is on my blog, as well as you can purchase the PDF pattern if you don't like ads. So I'll link all that down below. So here is color A, and I'm going to make a slip knot and put it on my crochet hook. And then you're just going to chain 50 times. Once you get your 50 chains done, we're going to single crochet in the second chain from our hook. So skip that first one and you're going to single crochet right in that second one. And then you're going to go ahead and single crochet in all the remaining chains as well. So you will have 49 single crochets all together once you get to the end of your row. All right, here we are at the end. So now you're going to chain 2 times and then turn. And then from here on out, we're doing the wave pattern, and at the beginning of the row, we're going to decrease and at the end. So for this first one, we're just going to skip that first stitch, and that'll count as our decrease, and we're going to work in the second one. So you're going to make a double crochet in that second stitch from your hook. Then in your next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. Then in the next 3 stitches, you're going to do a single crochet. And you'll start to see the wave pattern here. It's the same pattern for each row. It's just we kind of have to change up the beginning and the end of each row to deal with the decreases. So there is those 3 single crochets. And then in the next stitch, you're going to do a half double. Then a double crochet in the next one. And then a treble crochet in the next 3 stitches. So that's 2 wraps around your hook. And then make your treble. And this is the tallest part of our wave pattern, is the trebles, and then the single crochets are the shortest part. And there we go. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. Then a half double crochet in the next one. And then a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And we're just going to repeat that pattern over and over again for each row. So you see we get that wave starting, and then you just continue to repeat it. So after that, you would do a half double in the next stitch, then a double, and then 3 trebles, a double, a half double, 3 singles, and it just repeats until you get to the end. And we're going to do that until there's 2 stitches left for this row. Now for these last 2, we're going to double crochet 2 together. So you yarn over, insert in that first stitch and pull up a loop, then you yarn over and pull through 2, and then you yarn over again and go into the next stitch, and then you pull up a loop, Now you'll have 4 on your hook, yarn over, go through 2 of those. You'll have 3, so then yarn over and go through those last 3, and then that's a double crochet 2 together. Now we're gonna chain 1 and turn, and now this is row 3, and we're gonna single crochet 2 stitches together to start, and this every other row like this is gonna be a single crochet row. And you're always going to start with a single crochet 2 together. So insert in the first stitch and pull up a loop, insert in the second stitch and pull up a loop, and then you yarn over and go through all 3 loops, and that will single crochet 2 together. Then you're just going to single crochet in each stitch going across the row until you get to the end and you only have 2 stitches left. So just continue all the way across, and at those last 2 stitches we're going to single crochet 2 together again. All right, here we are at the end of the row. Here's how this looks so far, and I'm going to single crochet these last 2 stitches together. So you just insert and pull up a loop, insert in the next one and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And after this row is finished, you should have 45 stitches, by the way, because we're losing 2 stitches with each row. All right, so now we're going to grab color B, and we're going to I just loop it over my finger like this and stick it on the hook, and we're going to chain 1 with the new color, and that'll kind of join it, but I'm not counting that as one of the chains. So go ahead and chain 2 times after that, and you'll see why, because when you pull the stitch down, it kind of like disappears. So we're just going to you chain once to attach the yarn, and then you chain 2 more times with your new color. And then here's your ends over here, and leave color A attached because we're going to carry it up the side. All right, so for this row, we're going to skip the first stitch, and then we're going to do a treble crochet in the next 3. So that's going to be our decrease, is just skipping that first stitch. So in the second stitch of the row, you're going to make your first treble. And then go ahead and do a treble in the next 2 as well. And at this point, before we continue on, it's a good idea to tie just a little knot with your yarn tails. So I'm just taking my yarn tail here, and I didn't show tying a double knot, but I would tie a double knot here. I just tied it once, but I would tie it twice just to be extra safe. There we go. And now you're going to go ahead and do a double crochet in the next stitch to continue our wave pattern. Then in the next stitch, you'll do a half double, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then you just continue that pattern going all the way across until we get to the end. When you have 2 stitches left, we're going to do a decrease. So then go ahead for this part, you're going to do a half double for the next stitch, double crochet in the next, and then 3 trebles in the next 3. And it's just that same repeat again. And if you're feeling a little lost or anything, be sure to check out the blog post that I have linked below, because it'll have the whole written pattern in it, or you can get the PDF version in my shop. I'm just kind of guiding you through with this video to show the beginnings and ends of the rows more than anything. So there we go, there's our wave pattern really starting to show up. So I'm going to continue that going across until I get to the end, and then I'll show you how to decrease here at the end with the last 2 stitches. Okay, here at the end, we're going to do a treble and double crochet 2 together, which sounds kind of weird, but it's not that weird, I promise. So to start, we're going to do like we're doing a treble crochet in the first stitch. So you yarn over twice, insert into the first stitch, and pull up a loop, then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over again and pull through 2 more. And then instead of continuing, you're going to just yarn over. Now you're going to do like you're doing a double crochet in the next stitch. So pull up a loop, you got 4 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops. Then you got 3 on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through the 3 loops on your hook. There you go. So I'm calling that a treble, double, 2 together. I don't know. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn. And again, we're going to do a single crochet row here with a single crochet 2 together at the beginning. So insert into that first stitch, pull up a loop, insert into the second stitch and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and then just single crochet all the way across until you get to the last 2 stitches. And once you get to these last 2 stitches, we're going to single crochet those 2 together as well. There we go. Now we're going to switch to color C. So just like we did before, you're just going to leave your one color attached, and you're going to just loop this new one over your hook and pull it through, and that chain doesn't count as one of our chains. And then we're going to chain just 1 time. So you know, hold on to your ends and everything, and then chain 1 more time. So that's like a chain 1, so I'm not counting that first chain since it gets smushed down. All right, for the beginning of row 6, we are single crocheting 2 together for the beginning. So instead of skipping our first stitch, we're single crocheting 2 together. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie my ends together with this new color. This is especially important here at this when you first join that yarn, and then after that, it's not such a big deal. You just want to make sure it's secure. Then in the next stitch, you're going to have double crochet. And then in the next one, you're going to double. And then in the next 3, you're going to treble. So we're back to our pattern again, just like before. And then after the trebles, double, half double, single, single, single. And then double in the next stitch, half double in the next, and single, single, single. Then you're just going to continue that across just like before until you get to your last 2 stitches. And here I'm just continuing across. I'm going to finish up this row until I get to the last 2. And then we'll decrease again. So here I am at the last 2 stitches. And we're going to single crochet 2 together. At the end of this row, you'll have 39 stitches, by the way. Go ahead and chain 1 and turn. And then we're going to repeat row 3 again, which is just single crochet 2 together at the beginning, and then single crochet across, and single crochet the last 2 stitches together. Here we are at the end, so I'm going to single crochet these last 2 stitches together. And then we're going to switch to color A, which is our first color. That's how it's looking so far. So color A is down there on the bottom where, you know, the bottom one sticking out. So grab that and just pull it up. Now we just want to make sure you don't pull too tight. We don't want there to be tension, so it doesn't pucker on the side. So I just kind of pull it through that stitch and then give the yarn a tug to like make sure it's not tight. So right here, just kind of pull it. And then you're going to chain 2 times. Now remember that first chain we didn't count. So chain 2 times and then turn. And for row 8, we're going to skip the first stitch and then half double into the second stitch. And that skipped stitch again will count as our decrease for this row. And just make sure everything's where it belongs. We're gonna crochet over that later, so it'll be okay. Then the next 3 stitches you're gonna single crochet, and then you're gonna half double crochet in the next stitch over. And then double crochet in the next. And treble crochet in the next 3 stitches. And so there's our wave again. We're just repeating that like before. So just double crochet in the next stitch, then half double in the next, and single in the next 3. And you're just going to repeat that like we've been doing in every row until you get to the last 2 stitches. And these last 2 stitches, we're going to half double crochet 2 together for this row. So all we have to do for that is yarn over, insert in that first stitch, and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the next stitch, and pull up a loop. And then you're going to have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 5 loops. There we go. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn. And you'll have 35 stitches at the end of that row. Then in the next row, which is row 9, we're going to single crochet 2 together. So again, we're just repeating row 3, and then you single crochet in each stitch going across until you get to the end. And then you're going to single crochet those last 2 together. And after you get that one single crochet 2 together, we're going to switch back to color B, which is this medium blue color for me. And I'm just going to kind of try to get things a little untangled, trying to get too big of a mess going on here. So you're going to chain once to join to the new color and then pull the yarn on the side so there's no tension there. And then once you get it where you want it, you're going to go ahead and chain 3 times, because we're not counting that first one as a chain. 1, 2, 3, and then kind of pull the yarn to get it all situated. Then you're going to turn, and for row 10 we're going to skip the first stitch, and then we're going to make a treble crochet in the next stitch, and then you're going to do a treble crochet in the following stitch also. And then you're going to do a double crochet in the next one, a half double in the next one, and then a single crochet in the next 3. So now we're just back to our wave pattern again, and you're just going to continue that across until you get to your last 2 stitches, and then we're going to treble 2 together. So yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then you're going to yarn over twice again, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 3 on your hook. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to repeat row 3 again. So single crochet the first 2 together, and then single crochet in each stitch going across until you get to the last two. Then you'll single crochet those two together. And after that is done, we're going to switch to color C, which is right down here. So just pull that up, and we're going to chain once or pull on it to make sure there's no tension. Chain once, that doesn't count because it's our color switching chain. And then we're going to chain one more time after that for our actual chain one. There we go. And then we're going to turn. For this row, we're going to skip the first stitch, and then we're going to half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to double crochet in the next. Then we're going to do a treble crochet in the next 3 stitches. And you're just going to repeat that same wave pattern we've been doing until you get to the last 2 stitches. When you get to the last 2, you're going to half double crochet those together. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all those loops. And there you go. Now you're going to chain 1 and turn, and then repeat row 3 again. And we'll do our single crochet 2 together here at the beginning. And then single crochet across and single crochet the last 2 together also. And then here at the end, we're going to switch back to color A. Here's our progress so far. Switching back to color A, chain 1 doesn't count, and then chain 1 more time and turn. And then for row 14, we're going to single crochet 2 together for our first stitch. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then half double, and then double, and then your pattern just continues across like it has till you get to the last 2 stitches. So I will just let you finish that. Here at the end of the row, we're going to single crochet the last 2 stitches together. Here we go. Then chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to single crochet the first 2 together because we're repeating row 3 again. And then just single crochet across till you get to the last 2. And then single crochet those 2 together. Then we're going to switch to color B and chain 1 time to change our color. Pull on everything to get rid of any tension, and then we're going to chain 3 times. And then we're going to turn. Make sure there's no tension. And then turn. And we're going to skip the first stitch and treble in the second stitch. Then we're going to double crochet in the next one. Then half double in the next. And then single crochet in the next 3. And you get the idea. Just continue the pattern that we've been doing all the way across until there are only 2 stitches remaining. Now we're going to treble crochet the last two together. So yarn over twice, insert into the first stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two, yarn over and pull through two, yarn over twice again, insert into the next stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two, and yarn over and pull through two more, and then yarn over and pull through the last three. And then you're going to chain one and turn, and then it's time to repeat row 3 again. Single crochet those first two together, and single crochet across, and then single crochet the last two together. Then we're going to switch to color C, and just like before, make sure there's no tension. Then you're going to chain 2 times, and then we're going to turn. So we're going to skip the first stitch and then double crochet in the next stitch for row 18. Then you're going to do a treble crochet in the next 3 stitches. Now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next, and then just continue the pattern across until you get to the last 2 stitches. Double crochet and half double crochet these two together. So you yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's the double crochet portion of it, and then yarn over, insert into the second stitch, pull up a loop, and you have 4 in your hook, and then you're just going to yarn over and pull through all 4. There we go. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn, and repeat row 3 again, which is just single crochet 2 together at the beginning. And then single crochet across till you get to your last 2 stitches, and then single crochet those 2 together as well. Now we're going to switch to color A, do our initial chain just to change the color. It doesn't count as a chain. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn after you make sure there's no tension in your yarn. So chaining 1 here, and then turn. Now we're going to single crochet 2 together, and then in the next stitch you'll single crochet, then in the next you'll half double crochet, then double crochet in the next one, and then you're just continuing our same pattern across until there's 2 stitches remaining. And once you get there, we're going to single crochet those 2 together, and then you're just going to chain 1 and turn. And here's how this little row looks. So go ahead and chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to repeat row 3 again and single crochet the first 2 stitches together, then single crochet across till you get to the last 2, and then single crochet those 2 together. And then we're going to switch to color B. And do your first chain to change the color, and then after that you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to turn, and we're going to skip the first stitch and then double crochet in the next stitch, then half double crochet in the next, make 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches, or 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, and then half double in the next stitch, and then double crochet 2 together at the end. Now yarn over, go in the first stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and insert into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 3. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to repeat row 3 for the last time now. So we're going to single crochet the first 2 stitches together, and single crochet until there's only 2 stitches left, then single crochet those last 2 stitches together, then we're going to change to color C, and then once you get the color change done, we're going to chain 1. So here's our color change chain, pull the yarn, get rid of any tension, and then chain 1 more time there. And then you're going to turn, and we only got 2 more rows until we get to our border, so we're almost there. And now you're going to single crochet 2 together, then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch, the center one, then single crochet 2 together for the last 2 stitches, then chain 1 and turn, and then for the last row we're just going to single crochet all 3 stitches together. So you insert in the first stitch and pull up a loop, insert in the middle stitch and pull up a loop, and insert in the last stitch and pull up a loop, and then you're just going to pull through all 4 loops, and that will be our last row of the triangle part. So and then you can go ahead and cut this color of yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail to weave in, and then you're going to pull that tail through the loop on your hook and then pull it to tighten, and that'll finish us off there. And then we got to deal with the other yarn ends, so I like to cut them and leave a pretty good tail. And then this is going to be the yarn we're going to use for our border, so I'm going to set that aside. These other 2 I am now done with, so I'm just going to stick them over there. And then what I like to do is take each tail and just tie it around some of the yarn right next to it, so just to secure it, you know. So go ahead and do that with this color, and then you're going to do the same thing with the other yarn tail. And now we have our bandana. If you have your ends over on the right side, that means the right side is facing you. So that's what you want. So you want yours to look like this right now because we're about to turn it around, but this is the best way I can explain it. So have your ends over on the right and then spin it all the way around so that now your ends are over on the left top, and then the flat side of the bandana is on the top like that. Then just turn it like this. Okay, that makes sense, I hope. Now we're going to take our original color A and we're going to attach it to our hook with a slip knot, and then we're going to attach it to this top corner. So right there next to where that yarn tail is sticking out, that's where we're going to be attaching. So just insert right into there, and then you're going to yarn over and pull it through all loops. I'm sorry I went blurry, but you're just attaching it to there with a slip stitch. Then go ahead and insert in that same stitch, and you're going to single crochet, And then we're going to single crochet evenly along the side. And what you want to do is just make 34 single crochets. So you made that first one, and then you're going to just evenly go down this row, making single crochets until you have 34. And you just kind of want to, eyeball it what you think seems like the right amount of space. On the second side, I had to do it. I had to do it once and then undo it and redo it to get it perfect. So it's just kind of, this is how it looks. It's kind of just do your best and get 34 single crochets all the way across to the edge. And then once you get to the top here, we're going to do 3 single crochets in that top point. So just kind of insert your hook right into the middle there of that point area. And you're going to single crochet in that spot 3 times. And then you're going to single crochet 34 times going down the other side, all the way to the corner. So just try to do it the same spacing as you did for the other side. And you just need 34 altogether. Then once you get to that corner, we're going to slip stitch into that corner stitch just to really anchor it in place. And then we're going to chain 61 times for our first strap. So just do your 61 chains. Once you get them all done, you're going to slip stitch into the second chain from your hook. And then you're going to slip stitch into all the remaining chains that we just made until you get back down to your bandana. And this is forming our first strap. Once you get down to the bottom, you're going to slip stitch into that corner stitch again, just to kind of anchor it really good in place. And then you're going to single crochet in each stitch going across the front of your bandana. So you're just working in the other side of the chain that we made at the very beginning. So you're going to there's our first single crochet, and you see the chain there. You're just inserting into each chain going across. Once you get all the way across, you're going to slip stitch into the corner stitch again. And then you're going to chain 61 times over here as well, just like the other side. And then you're going to slip stitch into the second chain from your hook, and each chain going down that strap. Once you get to the bottom and you do all the slip stitches, you're going to slip stitch into that corner space again, just to secure it in place. And there you go. And now for round 2, we're going to single crochet in that first stitch from the last row. This is round 2. Then in the next stitch, you're going to half double crochet. Then in the next one, you're going to double crochet. And then the next one, you're going to treble crochet. And we're basically doing like a modified version of our wave pattern to make a scalloped border. All right, so then you double crochet in the next one. And then half double in the next. And single crochet in the next. Then you're just going to repeat that 5 times all together. So again, half double for the next stitch. And then double for the next. And then treble, double, half double, single, until you have 4 stitches remaining until you get to the corner. So you see the wave is starting to form here. And just continue until you have 4 stitches left before that last corner stitch. So at this point, we're going to, I just did a single crochet. So I'm going to half double in the next one. Then double in the next stitch. And then you're going to treble crochet in the next 2 stitches. So in this stitch, and in the next one. And now in our corner stitch, we're gonna make 3 trebles in that one stitch. So go ahead and do your first one, then treble again in that same stitch. And then do it one more time in that same corner stitch. Then you're going to treble crochet in the next 2 stitches. So in this one, and then in the next one. And then the next stitch, there's our corner. Then in the next stitch, we're going to double crochet. And then half double crochet in the next. And then we're just back to our pattern again. Then single crochet in the next. And then half double in the next. And then double. And just repeat that until you get to the other corner. And once you get down to the corner, your last stitch will be a single crochet. And then you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, which is right here next to it, right to the left. It's a slip stitch that you're slip stitching into, so it's a little tight. Slip stitch into that. And then you can finish off. So cut your yarn, pull the tail through the loop on your hook, then just pull on the yarn tail to get it nice and tight. And now all you really have to do is weave in all of those ends. So I like to go around, and I crocheted over these ends, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them. And you can do that, or you can weave them in more if you want. And then the tails on the sides by the straps, I am going to weave those ones in since I couldn't crochet over them. And any chance I have to tie a knot in them, I will, just to be extra safe. So tie knots if you can, and then weave in those ends really, really well so they don't come undone on you in the wash or whatever. And then your bandana is complete. And I hope you enjoyed this pattern. I thought it turned out super cute. It's perfect for summer. If you enjoyed this, please let me know down in the comments, and thanks for watching.